What's up, guys? Welcome back for another episode of Barbells and Banter. Today we talked about steps. We gave you guys the complete guide on steps, the landmarks, the benefits, when to apply it, what's some other things to consider outside of energy expenditure to, kind of maybe layer into your day and reap the benefits of. This episode is brought to you by us, STCfit. And if you're here for the first time, it would be really awesome, because I know you're going to love the episode, to hit that like and share button or subscribe, depending on what platform you're on. If you're a repeat offender and you've been here multiple times and you haven't hit that subscribe button, come on, show the support, join the mission. We need to get that message out to other people just like yourself. So your support really, really helps. We don't really have anything going on in the works at the moment. I don't think so. No. All right. So
keep your ear close.
Yeah, keep your ears close for something coming soon. Let's get to the episode. Thank you guys for your support. I'm waiting for you, bro.
I was just reading that lift off stuff.
Yeah.
New cushions.
Yeah,
Excited.
new cushions. Yeah, that's awesome.
New cushions for our headphones for the ear people.
Yeah.
Are like, what are you talking about?
Much comfort.
What are you sitting on?
They kind of sit around my ears really nice.
Yeah, I'm about it.
Yeah, me too. I'm speaking of new things, I need a new vacuum cleaner.
It's an expensive idea.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to like...
You got to get the Dyson V7000.0.
Hey, you know what? I'm not about Dyson anymore.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's not for me. Yeah, I know they made them look cool, and the goal was to have a vacuum that looked nice in your house.
Ours is fucked.
Don't care.
Yeah,
like my trigger doesn't work.
Yeah, breaks all the time.
Yeah, and it does, I don't have the canister's not big enough for the house or the dog. So
yeah,
the battery only lasts one level of the home, and then I've got to recharge it and shit. Yeah, bro. Yeah, well,
it's cooked. How old is it?
I don't know. When did we go to Phillip Island that weekend? It was real hot.
Don't know.
Long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, but either way, even at the best of times, it'd only do the bottom of the house.
Yeah, right. It's fucked.
My house is fucking huge, man.
Yeah.
So it's just not... I need a corded one.
So what's the new... Oh, we're going corded. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going corded, and then I'm gonna get one that's pet hair specific. But I swear, man, once they put pet on it,
yeah,
it's
twice
instantly an extra $200 to $300.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how is this?
So it's not any cheaper than getting a Dyson.
No. Yeah, absolutely. They're still looking at $800, bro.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's a fucking vacuum cleaner.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going full tight ass mode, and I'm gonna buy the $89 vacuum from Kmart.
Yep.
And once it gets to the point where the suction's no good, I'm just gonna chuck it in the gym. Yep. And I'll just put it in the garage, and they can just vacuum the garage.
And then just do that continuously.
Do that 8 times, and then go, should have bought the Dyson. Yeah.
I wonder how long it would take.
Surely an $89 vacuum, you'll get at least 2 years out of it.
You'd hope.
Well, I don't vacuum a lot as well. We have a cleaner.
We have a cleaner too, yeah.
So we only vacuum maybe once a week.
Yeah.
Just to get the dog hair.
Yeah.
So you use it once a week for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
If that's not lasted 2 years, bro.
Let's hope.
But yeah, it's $40 a year.
As long as it's powerful enough, it's fine.
Yeah. Well, apparently it's got a lot of reviews.
Did you get a robot in the end?
No, I borrowed one off a mate, but it's it's the dog hair's too
much.
The track or whatever it's called, the brush.
Yeah.
It gets tangled with the dog hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's as soon as you have dogs, man, long-haired dogs, it's over, man. When I had Cleo, it was okay. She was short-haired.
It wasn't
thin.
too bad.
Once I got Mav,
change the game.
Bane of my existence sometimes. Company's good, but... So,
on the dog front...
Yeah?
A little bit of news.
What?
That's Brooklyn.
Yo, yeah?
Coming to stay for a month.
A month?
Just to see.
Are you fostering?
So, needs to be rehomed.
Yeah.
A friend of Amy's currently doesn't have anywhere for the dog to go. Obviously very devastated of the only other alternative. We're like, if it works, she can stay.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
So she's 2.5, Staffy cross boxer.
Good looking dog.
And the owner is a dog trainer.
Nice.
So it's
should
plug and play.
Should always, everything we always wanted. A dog ready to go.
Yeah, it's a rescue, which makes me feel better. I still don't get my Rottweiler, but
yeah, it's pretty nice.
Also don't have to train a puppy.
It's fucking great.
It's ready to go with kids.
I don't want a puppy, man.
Training and shit. I do.
Yeah. Don't.
I don't want to do it.
I
fucking love puppies.
Yeah, I don't want one. Like we're gonna get a dog in like August, and I was just looking them up, and like every time I look at them, I see Mav, and I'm like, ugh, like shitting everywhere, pissing everywhere, fucking. I'm like, it'd be so much nicer if they were like, I don't know, 6 months old, or older.
Yeah,
6 months to 2 years, I would take.
Yeah, so 2.5 is
it's a good age.
It's fine.
They're smart, they know everything.
Yeah,
I would take 6 months would be good. Because, like, when you get a big dog, you don't have as much time. So, if you get, like, one that's, like, 3, I'm like, fuck, I only got, like, 7 years with this thing. You know, max.
At best.
Yeah. So, I'll think about that, too. But actually, you shouldn't really, but it kind of comes into my mind. But, I don't want to do the puppy thing. I can just picture being in bed and Mav pacing the house.
Yeah.
Because the puppy is in its crate.
Yeah.
And we're just never going to sleep.
Yeah.
Like.
For, like, a month.
Yeah. I just can't.
Yeah, I just can't do that. If I'm in the office all day, I can't, like, toddler and puppy for Amy. I'm like, it's not.
Fuck no. Nah, that's the perfect option for you.
Yeah.
It's an already trained
and it's like
dog.
You go on the rescue and it's like, doesn't get on with dogs, doesn't get on with kids.
It's almost
like,
impossible
it's
to, like, profile. Yeah, we're the same. It's like, needs a smaller dog or needs a female dog or needs this type of dog. I'm like, fuck. Like,
yeah.
Can we just get a young female dog that wants another dog?
That likes everything?
Yeah. Most of the time they got trauma, So it's like...
Yeah, also they're usually getting rehomed for a reason.
Correct. Yeah, they've either been mistreated or...
Yeah,
this is just like life circumstances of...
This is just a living situation's changing, so it's like...
Yeah.
Let's go.
Fuck me up. Like, no judgment, but like, surrendering your dog, it must be tough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I know some people, look, to be fair, like I had Easter... and quite with my brother and his partner.
Yeah.
So my sister-in-law. And she works in the rescue. And, like, she's like, Easter, Christmas are the busiest times because people just surrender their dogs to go on holidays.
Fuck.
Yeah, she's like, it's crazy. She's like, our inbox is, like, just crazy full with applications. And it's, literally just because they want to go away.
That's wild, man.
So crazy, man. Yeah. So now, like, the COVID bubble thing's over, like... Yeah. They were really inundated because, let's get a puppy. And then obviously once the world opened, it's like, oh, hang on. Like, I'll actually look after this thing,
Yeah.
Yeah, but now it's just, the season. Apparently it's just seasonal. Like,
that's wild. The thought, don't want my dog anymore so I can go on holidays for 2 weeks.
That's what I said. I'm like,
crazy.
Just get it looked after. Like, how hard is it to just get your fucking dog looked after?
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty sad, man. Rough job. Anyone who works for a rescue, like, you guys are fucking heroes. Like, obviously a lot of other places, but just because dogs are really close to our hearts, like, if you work in a rescue, like, you're fucking sent from above, man. Because, they don't run on, like, just don't get paid for anything. Like, it's all non-for-profit and all that. Yeah, like, they have to, like, publish their books, publicly and all that stuff to see where the money is. Yeah. And they usually live 100% off donations.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's wild.
Rough stuff.
Yeah, this one's coming from a dog trainer, and we're laughing that, like, she'll need to come train us.
Oh yeah,
on how to do the dog.
Yeah,
the other way around.
100%.
Yeah.
I'm pretty, like, 99% of it is about you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not that person.
The dog will
I have
figure it
that
out.
delinquent dog. And every time I see another dog that kind of, like, pulls on the lead when there's another dog and goes batshit, I'm like, it's not alone.
Yeah.
Not alone.
Yeah.
Your dog looks like a puppy, but mine's not.
Yeah. The big thing for me is, like, the pram. I need to be able to walk with the pram.
Of course.
And then I want to be able to go to a cafe. Because that was, like, Indy's Achilles heel was, like...
Yeah, mate. Mav's
just fucking soaked.
Yeah, I can take Mav to a cafe, but he can't see any other dog.
Yeah.
So, like, there's been brief moments where we've had a really good morning because we're like, oh, this is lovely. Like, he's sitting there, we're having a coffee, and then, like, you see these dogs, like, turn the corner, and I'm just like, I'll be back.
Yeah.
I remember we're at this cafe sitting outside the other week, and these group of ladies were walking with 2 dogs. So I've gotten up and expecting them to walk down the street, and then they just stopped, and they're like, oh, we'll just have coffee here. And I just said, Steph, I'm like, round her up. Let's go.
Takeaways. Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah. We always order takeaway all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Mav's like a baby.
Well, I was going to say, I also do that, but it's because I have a 15-month-old.
Yeah. Yeah. We do the same. We drove to the beach, and thought we were going to eat lunch in the car and go home. Just because Mav could be.
Mav.
Yeah. Basically. Just have an absolute meltdown, and you just don't want anyone else to see that shit. So, yeah.
LJ went through a squealing phase.
Yeah.
So it's just like I can't be the guy that sits at the table with the kid. Like, he's not upset. He just squeals.
Yeah, he's just found his voice.
Yeah, it was only for like 4 weeks and it went away, thankfully.
Yeah.
But yeah, I couldn't sit there in conscience with other tables next to me and allow that. So
I appreciate that. As someone who doesn't really like the sound of schooling kids, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the sound of kids, just not schooling ones. Yeah. Schooling anything, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's one of those things that just, you have like that sound that just triggers that. Like, we were like having coffee and I could hear this crow. And I was just like, bro, like, that's too much.
Stop.
Like, stop that. You're ruining my morning.
Take out a pallet gun.
Oh, it's just like, go away. Go to so many other trees to the squeal at. Fuck off. I don't even look. What is that? What sound is that? Like, I don't even know how to describe it.
You should try and do it.
Nah. No, thank you. How was your Easter?
Fucking full on. I just worked the whole way through. I had Sunday off with the family, which is nice. But just, sat at my computer for the other 4 days.
Yeah, there were moments this week where I was like, I should have stuff to do.
Yeah.
I'm like, it got real anxious again. Like, anxious because I have work to do, anxious when I don't have work. And then I was like, oh, it's because I worked for like 2 days on the weekend, to make this week easier. Mm-hmm. So I was similar boat. Did you have to travel, or did people come to you?
We stayed at home, which was good.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, it's sick.
Yeah. But yeah, same feeling. Like, got to yesterday, and I was like, to-do list is kind of.
Yeah, I actually passed off stuff to the VA, which was nice.
Yeah,
and I was like, I could do that work though. And do it fast. I was just like, walk away.
Yeah. Go let your brain do other shit.
Yeah, walk away. Walk away. Yeah.
It's just a nice feeling to like have done it. But probably just good week.
Yeah, love that.
And Easter Sunday was cool. So like he was 3 months old.
Yeah.
So it's like
now he knows.
We put him in an Easter thing. It was like, oh, cool.
Yeah. Especially because he's walking now. Like, he can pick up shit.
So we did like a hunt. Yeah. It's just to follow the eggs that were plastic that went in a bag.
Yeah.
And then the last one was an actual chocolate egg.
Yeah.
Didn't even like it, hey?
Yeah.
Like, he ate it.
Yeah. He'll come around.
Yeah. He ate it, but was like, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, just, I ate it.
Fair.
Yeah. And played with his mashed potatoes.
I don't think I had any chocolate, like actual Easter-based chocolate. I had a lot of hot cross buns, but.
Yeah.
That was it.
All right. So you ready?
Yeah.
It's fucked, bro.
Let's do this.
I don't even want to know. I definitely didn't put it in my fizz, pal. I don't want to know.
All right, let's have it.
So Amy made bread and butter pudding.
Yeah.
But.
I already know where this is going.
Hot cross buns. With Biscoff on them.
Yeah.
Bread and butter pudding.
Yep. I think I saw a recipe for that on
Sorry,
Instagram.
I forgot. Stewed apples in the middle on top of the Biscoff. Bro.
God damn.
Bro, I've never seen... So LJ didn't like the chocolate.
Yeah.
I've never seen that kid eat. So I like gave him a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I would like... Because the hot cross bun went like crispy and like you had to like cut it with the spoon. Yeah. So I'm doing that to get my own spoonful. Kid's already like grabbing the spoon. Like more of that shit. Like, bro, I'm eating too. As mad.
Cakes and sweets kid.
Mad. It was so good.
Love that.
So good.
Yeah, that's yum. Yeah. Yeah, I just went to Baker's Delight. So I always go to Baker's Delight on Easter morning.
Yep.
And just get an array of flavours.
Yep.
And then I just cook them up and I just eat them on my own.
I like that.
Yeah, it's just what I do. Just like eat all the hot cross buns.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I haven't had one since.
My mother-in-law makes her own Rocky Road.
Oh, nice.
So she'll melt chocolate down.
Yeah.
And then add shit.
Yeah.
So it'll be like crispy M&Ms, some kind of jelly lolly usually, maybe a wafer. Sometimes I'll have marshmallows or snakes.
I love Rocky Road like that, but I don't really like the marshmallows, if I'm being super honest.
Yeah, the marshmallow to other stuff ratio needs to be low.
Correct. And I don't... Actually, no, let me take that back. I don't like the big marshmallows.
Yes.
So if you use the little marshmallows, because you get the ratios right, I'm about it. Yeah. And there's got to be some popping candy in there for me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm a texture dude, so it's, when you bite it and it's like it pops off your tongue.
Yeah, I like the wafer vibe.
Yeah, I could do crispy.
Yeah, like crispy M&M, maybe a wafer.
Yeah, well, it should have all of them.
And then the jelly part in it.
Yeah, the goal is like someone just threw everything in a bucket of melted chocolate and just fuck around and find out.
Made great life.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I ate that while I watched Lando win, which is great.
Yeah. Nice.
Sorry, watch Oscar win.
Yep. I'm not doing great in fantasy at all. The only reason,
touched my team at all.
Yeah, like I've had Oscar since the start, but I just like everyone else is crap. They just keep crashing.
I've still got Ferrari.
Yeah. I put Mercedes in instead of Ferrari, and then Ferrari's done better since I put Mercedes. I'm just like, fuck this game.
Sucks.
Fuck this game. Suck at it. Hurry up.
Did you do any walking over your Easter?
What a segue. I do. I walk Mav every day. Yeah. Don't track my steps though because I've got my watch is broken. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing with that actually. So I'm so reluctant to buy another one because I know I'm going to buy a Garmin or an Apple Watch, and I just don't want to buy an Apple Watch just yet. So I don't have like $1,500.
Fuck, they're that expensive.
I think the good one is.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I know. But in saying that, tracking your steps is pretty important, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Because I get a lot of I use steps probably the most, like to manage people's daily activity, but I also get like a few questions here and there, like how many steps should I be doing? Like when should I be doing them? What's the advantages of like tracking their steps? So I thought it'd be a really, really good topic to kind of just go in on and go like talk about like the application of it. Because even like the numbers, like I feel like people just like that 10,000 landmark like has just been something that's just been thrown across the board, but doesn't really have like real life application to everyone.
Yep.
So what we're going to do today is just like kind of go into the weeds and like everything and give everyone like some really good take homes to come back with. So if we were to explain in simple terms like why it's beneficial to track our steps, what would you say is the benefit to that?
I'd say there's 3.
Yep.
First one's energy output.
Yep.
Which, when we're body composition coaches, matters. 2, it's, in my opinion, the best rehab exercise you can do.
Yeah.
Lowest friction, lowest barrier to entry.
Yeah.
And then 3, most of our clients are hyper-stressed high achievers. Just going the fuck outside for a walk seems to that stress management element is huge.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep, I agree. I agree with that. So I guess for the people at home, like your daily steps are part of like your non-exercise activity thermogenesis. Like, so it's activity throughout the day that's not prescribed through training. Yes, I know that like if you tell someone how many steps, like, let's just say it's like not like super intense. Kind of exercise or like activity, we'll call it.
Unless you live in Gisborne.
Yeah.
Then it always is intense.
So someone's NEAT is basically they're walking, standing, fidgeting, they're pacing around, like the activity they spend like doing their job. Those are the things that will contribute to someone's NEAT. Within that, like moving around in the like with your steps is kind of part of that. So it's a really, really powerful tool to just keep the body moving throughout the day. And obviously, as soon as you move, like you expend energy and you get all of those other added benefits that Ben spoke about. It can account for like a significant, even though like probably the most amount of your energy expenditure for the day, though.
Yeah, like 8,000 to 10,000 would be way more than a workout, right?
Yeah, well, like what would your average weight session kind of burn? Like 200 calories, maybe?
I was going to say 3.
Yeah, 200 to 300. I think it would depend on your volume and obviously the time, but let's just say...
And how efficient you are at training.
Yeah. Well, like, say words and I'll bring up ChatGPT.
We'll ask Chat.
Yeah. So if you go, like, average... Oh, my God.
Because, you just want to... As you become more efficient with training too, it's just going to be less and less.
Yeah, I agree.
So, like the...
What?
Is there much truth to this, like, afterburn thing? I know this is off topic, but...
No, I think...
a lot, right?
Wait, afterburn as in, like, the epoch?
Yeah, like, we used to sell the idea that, like, you'll burn calories for 48 hours if you weight train versus if you go on the treadmill, it's only instantaneous. No,
so I'm pretty sure, like, all points lead to Rome.
Yeah.
So it's, like, the total average expenditure anyway. So if you did... Yeah. If you did a exercise, like a training session that had some form of, like, epoch in it, and then you were just, like...
The fuck is epoch?
Excess post-oxygen consumption.
There you go.
I think, yeah, for the people at home, eh?
Just like throwing out acronyms that people are like, I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
So yeah, and then this person's just like burning like a steady calorie rate, like per unit of time. Those two people, like if they burn the same amount of calories,
Yeah.
Like just
Ends up
that's
in the same spot.
yeah.
Yeah.
So this one may be like more efficient for someone who's strapped for time, who's willing to like work intensely for a period.
Yeah.
And then this person may have the time and the capacity to just kind of work at a steady rate. It's like this person burns 500 calories and this person burns 500 calories. They're both going to burn the same amount of energy, right? So the average weight session, 200 to 300 calories an hour.
Look at the boys.
But that's light effort, so low rest, low volume. So heavy compounds, bro. 500 calories an hour. Heavy compounds. I don't know. Let's meet in the middle though, because like I don't know how true that is. So
but so when you say an hour,
that's working out the whole time.
Yeah,
right?
like you spend most of your time sitting on your ass.
Correct. Yeah. So I would say it'd be about 300.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how true this is, to be honest. And then I reckon it depends on your body weight, and it's 300 to 500.
Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah. Anyway, lost track of where we are now. Yeah, so your NEAT would like contribute to like most of the energy expenditure across the day.
Yeah.
And that's a really powerful tool if you're looking to manage your body composition, be it keep it where it is or, drop your body fat levels.
So what's the average output for 10,000?
So the average...
That's why I looked it up.
So the average output of 10,000 steps?
Yeah.
What's the average?
Let's ask the robots.
See, this will depend on your body size, though.
Of course, yeah, just average.
Yeah. So, but I would say it says between 0.035 and 0.05 kilocalories per step. So, people your size and my size is about 550 calories, but then it depends on the terrain.
Yeah. More in Gisborne.
Yeah, it depends on how fast you go. I don't know.
And more with a pram.
Yeah.
But that's decent. Like if you just went roughly 500 calories to do 10K in a day. Yeah.
And then you go, so you did 10,000 steps and you did a heavy session.
Yeah.
It's like that's around about 800 to 1,000 calories, right?
Yeah.
And if your BMR, so that's your calorie burn at rest, is, I don't know, 1,100, 1,200.
Yep.
So then that's like 2,200.
It's not bad.
Calories that you need to even just eat to maintain.
Yeah.
Like that's if you're a small person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, smaller person.
We reckon our BMR is 16, 18?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. I would say. Yeah. Not to bore the people at home. But basically, NEAT is a very powerful tool. Like, because the thing that, like, one of the advantages of, like, working with your NEAT is, like, you don't have to have like really structured, times to have the output. Like you can get it done across the day. Like, especially if you have like a really active job or something like that. Like some people, like they're the people that don't necessarily have to do too much.
Yeah.
Outside of like calorie restriction to, drop body weight, for example. All those people may not have like you said, like the achy stiff joints and even digestive issues and stuff. Like one of the things that I do, especially in the off season for the boys, because the calories are so high, is I'll be like, just a couple of 10-minute walks throughout the day, because just that movement just gets the blood flowing, gets the digestive system moving, and like, can help with appetite and getting the extra food in. But there's no like, this needs to be done like after your workout, like your prescribed cardio does.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it's a way more flexible application to energy expenditure. That has the layered benefits, like you said, about like the mental performance and just moving your body.
Yeah. Yeah, I think obviously for the desk workers and that kind of vibe as well, like not just people that are pushing the food. If you're sitting down all day, like being able to break that day up with even 5 minutes, 10 minutes, like just walk when you get your coffee, like
100%.
Walk at lunchtime. That I find that what feels like an arbitrary goal of like, say for an office worker, I'm like, if you just get close to like 8.5, it's pretty good.
Yeah, we're going to talk about numbers shortly, because like I don't believe everyone needs the same.
Yeah, that's enough to force you to see sunlight during the day, force you to get up and move and get all those added benefits, but also enough to create an energy gap. If you're trying to lose weight. Yeah,
absolutely. So the next place I wanted to go is like, where did this 10,000 step number come from?
Yeah.
It's like, why
walkathons?
Why do we have that landmark? Why isn't it 8,000? Why isn't it 12,000? Like, why is it 10? So the origin was came in the 1960s from a Japanese pedometer called Manpo K, and they actually called it. So the name is 10,000 steps meter.
Yep.
So it's not based on any science. It was a marketing number.
Yeah, right.
So they've just created a pedometer and called it the 10,000 steps meter.
Yep.
And then given it to everyone, and that has lasted forever.
That's crazy.
It's kind of like the knees over toes thing, right?
Yeah,
like how
yeah.
they did that one study and just measured the integrity of like, what was it, like Olympic lifters, like knees pre and post meet, and they're just like, don't have your knees over your toes. Like, it's the same, yeah? That's fucking wild, right? So
it does make for good marketing.
Yeah, it is like a nice round number. And I know, like, they've just sat there and been like, people are stupid.
Yeah.
We need to give them a number,
10,000
right?
sounds great.
Yeah, like,
it sounds way better than 9,200.
Or like, just here's something that tracks your activity.
Yeah, of course.
Like,
you need a goal.
Yeah, it's like, give them a landmark.
Gamify.
Give it structure. That's it.
Yeah.
So I can see from a marketing perspective, like, it's crazy. I think, what book is it? Atomic Habits. So it goes into like how that reward system's like you can use it to your advantage.
Hack it, yeah.
And that's like even something as simple as like ticking a box.
Yep.
It's like that's rewarding.
Yep.
Like so people you want to tick the box more. Like remember when our check-ins and we had them on sheets, like it used to go green when you put the score. It's like the reason why I did that is because green is the reward.
Yeah.
So if you see green, you want to see more. If you see orange, you're like, I'm going to get green.
Yeah.
Like, it's fucking crazy, isn't it? Yeah.
We're such simple creatures.
When you bring it down for basic psychology, it's pretty simple, right?
Oh, green, good.
Yeah. Yay. So
as I woke up this morning, so like little bit off, but so my watch, this one has HRV on it.
Yeah.
But you have to wait X amount of days, 20 days or whatever, for it to have a baseline. And today was the first time it worked. And it was like in the green. I was like, finally.
I am recovering.
Yeah, and I can go train and everything. It's like, bro, you have never had it before.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah, I'm not getting bored into that data too much. There's been so many times where like, when I had that Morpheus.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like, you shouldn't train today. And I'm like, I feel fine.
I'm going to train today.
Yeah. And like, that's not fucking happening, bro.
Yeah. The sleep score gets me too.
So, whoever made this is skinny.
Yeah.
And doesn't have body dysmorphia.
Yeah. They can override.
Yeah. That's it.
Feeling a little bit flat today.
So looking at the numbers, if you were to throw like a window, which I think is more valuable, it's about 7 to 10,000.
Yeah.
So 7 to 10,000 gives you really, gives you the benefit of like cardiovascular health, as well as like the joints, as well as like managing body composition. Like it's all of those things together. Because if you're kind of below 7,000 steps per day, you would be considered like not like very sedentary, but you're kind of in the echelon of starting to get sedentary on the lower side of that. So like. I've got the numbers here. So if you're under 3,000 steps per day, that's considered like very sedentary.
It's
so
considered like hungover as fuck.
It's like hard to obviously hard to create any form of meaningful weight loss.
Yeah.
If that's your goal, but then it's like more importantly in my perspective is like the risk of cardiovascular disease, the risk of like joint issues, the risk of tightness, the risk of maybe some form of like link to mental health and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that would start to increase, and then between 5,000 to 7,000 is considered a baseline. So it's not like you've moved out of like that very sedentary kind of population, moving into like a somewhat sedentary, maybe like lightly active population at 5,000.
Yeah.
So irrespective of like where you're at right now, like if you're at 3,000, move to 5 first.
Yeah.
Like don't move from 3 to 10.
Yeah.
Because your hips and your knees are going to be fucked.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of the same as like...
I did 10 to 15 in the cut. Fuck, it hurts so bad.
Yeah, especially when you've got less body fat. So you got like your fat pads in your feet and shit are like non-existent.
Yeah.
So you got to wear like moon shoes, moon
some
boots.
Hockers.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's a very similar strategy to like water. If your water intake's like a litre a day and you need to drink 3.5, like don't go to 3.5 straight away. You're just going to spend the whole day on the toilet for like probably the next 3 or 4 days. So it's very, very similar concept here. So 5 to 7, around 7 I usually use for most people. Like the boys in the off season, I'll be like 7 to 8.
Yeah.
Like keep yourself around 7 to 8. Like anything above that incidentally is fine.
Yep.
And it's the same with looks, to be honest, like same as the ladies as well. Like I'm like, 7 to 8 is pretty good in the off season. They tend to like to do a little bit more. So I'm like, cool, do 10. 8 to 10 is the ideal range for most. It's not too extreme. It's very achievable. It's great for your cardiovascular health, great for body composition management. So between 8 and 10 is probably like the sweet spot for probably this demographic.
Yeah.
That's listening to this podcast.
Yeah. Potentially because I do have a more female-dominated client base, but that mid-8 is usually my...
Yeah.
If you get there...
absolutely.
Good.
So over 10,000 is considered like obviously active, like not overactive, but extremely active. And then over 12K plus is like overactive. So in those scenarios, like if it's incidental, then it's fine. Like you've got an active job. Like, we coach a lot of personal trainers. They're in the gym floor. Like, we were clocking up like 16,000 steps a day with like a full day on the gym floor.
Yeah.
So it's probably why it was so easy to manage your body composition back then.
Yeah.
I can diet on 2,500 calories and get shredded. Like now it's like 1,800.
Eat the red rooster every day and have abs.
1,800 calories and fucking 12,000 steps now. So you would just, and then if you were someone who didn't have an active job but was trying to drive weight loss, then like you may consider like just incrementally bringing those steps up over time, which is a strategy that we've used, very, very effectively. But just overall as landmarks, they're kind of what you want to look for. If you're in that sedentary realm, just chip up to the next block, which is that 5,000 to 7,000 mark. And then it's like, if you're happy there and everything feels good and you're happy with your results, you don't need to do any more than that. Yeah. Like you don't have to force yourself. But then it's like, if you aren't happy with your results or you feel like you want to move a little bit more because you enjoy it, then like you're getting into that 8 to 10K seems to be like the safest space for everyone, especially for the people on this pod.
Yeah.
So I've already done that one. So the one thing, isn't this crazy? So you kind of mentioned those things before. So it's like, it's not just like the added benefits of your weight management. It's like the digestive benefits. It's the energy focus. It's the joint health. Like the one thing that I probably have noticed the most myself is just like how free my hips feel from just like walking Mav. Like before when I had 2 dogs, like it was hard to walk them.
Yeah.
So I just didn't walk as much.
Yeah.
And that was when I was like kind of rolling out of bed, doing the old kick off the side and all that stuff because I was just so stiff.
Yeah.
And I'm heavier now than I was back then. So it's got nothing to do with like the weight.
Yep.
But yeah, now it's like I don't really dread like the leg day. I don't really dread like the warm up's still there, but it's just not as much. Like, and it's just that day-to-day movement that just like really, really helps, which I feel like everyone just thinks about steps from just like you need to lose body fat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which isn't always the case. Like there's other things that we should be thinking about using daily movement for.
Yeah, I'll do even like, because I train early. I get to the gym usually 10 past 6.
Yeah.
5 minutes at 5Ks, 1% incline. Like I go from pretzel to human.
Yeah.
Just in that time frame.
100%, man.
Yeah. Without that, like I would think it would cost me an extra 15 minutes on the foam roller, movement drills, etc. versus the 5 minutes of just walking.
Yeah.
I still do a warm-up afterwards, but it's like specific to what I'm about to train or whatever, but the walk is like walk in the door,
your general
do that.
Your general warm-up is walking.
Yeah, even when we go film, I'm like, I'm not starting until I've done this.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that is absolutely fair. So then I like the next layer to this is like what a lot of the people are here for is like, how do you use steps to drive fat loss? So we're adding, like the way I like to look at this, you're the same, is we have like 3 major, I guess, variables to help drive fat loss.
Yep.
It's the diet, it's their activity in terms of their steps, and then it's their output in terms of their cardio. Like we're not using, like people will sit there and be like, what about your workout? What about your weight training session? It's like, that's never an option for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, we need to design that training session to keep your muscle mass.
Your intent into that session is not energy output.
It's muscle preservation.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
It's never like, because then if you don't have that mindset, like you start making those like fucking high rep, like super set, like fatigue inducing sessions. And I'm like, we're about to induce fatigue with all these other variables here. Like, why would you do that with the only variable we have really to preserve the muscle mass that's like so fucking hard to get, right? So when we look at it like that, we would then layer it to the person. So it's like, what are you capable of?
Yep.
Because like some people are going to be able to do 12,000 steps per day.
Yep.
Some people aren't.
Yeah.
Like they're not going to be able to do that. So if their day, like say their net daily average is like 7, you may get them to like 8, 9, but then they're like, hey man, like I can't walk anymore. Like, you know, this time of the year it's getting dark, like, you know, so having that needs analysis, I think, is the most important thing. Like we don't have these like blanket approaches. Like I've seen crazy numbers where like people are doing like 15 to 20,000 steps a day. I'm like, who has the fucking time for that, man?
Yeah.
Like
that's walking paddle day vibes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So, we do that. I still like using steps as the major driver if I can, because I just feel like it's easy to recover from. It doesn't stress out the nervous system. It's not increasing like cortisol and stress hormones and shit. Like overall, it's like really easy to kind of track and it's easy to target. So those
lifestyle flexibility is a big part of it too.
Absolutely.
Like you can go for a walk with your partner. You can, like, you know what I mean?
Park the car like further away from like the shopping center, for example, or like
increasing
whatever.
cardio frequency. It's like more time in the gym. It's more time.
Yeah, absolutely. So we would just like set a baseline though, and then incrementally increase that as we need to further increase the energy expenditure across the day. But just know that like that has a ceiling. Like, you know, everything has a ceiling with what we're working with. You can only eat so little calories. You can only do so much cardio. You can only do so many steps in a day.
Yeah.
And it's like, we're just working with like, which dial do we turn up or turn down, I guess, for lack of a better term, for the person in their situation. So talking about parking your car further away from the shopping center, what are the best ways to get your steps in, you would say? Like if someone's like sitting here like, fuck, I'm like 3,000 or 5,000, like how do I get more in?
Yeah.
Like what would you say to that person?
Put it front of mind is like I know that's not actually a tangible solution, but if you have it front of mind, you'll find it all the time.
Yeah.
I never sit still when I make phone calls. I've even I'll just walk around my bench. If I'm making a coffee, whatever, it's like to do that.
Walk during phone calls is one here.
Yeah. Walk between sets.
Yeah, in the gym.
Huge. The amount of people that sit between sets.
I'm always pacing the gym. I know I look like a weirdo, but I don't care.
Yeah. I'm always walking around the piece of equipment that I'm using usually. And then just carving out, when you layer in the other benefits, honestly, output is standalone. Yes, it's a absolute must.
Yeah.
The biggest benefit I see is the state of mind thing.
Yeah.
It's the stress reduction. It's the, all of that kind of shit. Go the fuck outside, see some sunlight, all that shit. That, if you prioritize it as a benefit overall, not just I have to do steps to lose weight, I think it's easier to put that 10, 15 minute walk in all the time, or carve out a part of your day like you have with Mav that's a routine that I do this walk all the time. I think, and then making it a part of, but don't, like, routine's too shallow. So like you take Mav for a walk. Yeah. So it's rewarding. There's an exchange there, like you hang out with the dog and whatever. I take LJ for a walk every morning. It's bonding time. We're chilling out. Sometimes Amy will come. It's like, it's a thing that happens. And then the weekends are like, don't have my steps. What are we doing today? We're going to go to High Point and walk around a shopping center all day. Or we're going to go here and we'll get coffee, but we'll go for a walk.
You can really layer it in.
Yeah. So I think you can,
stuff you do.
Yeah. Like you can make it wholesome, I guess, is like, which has added benefits
rather than
across the board.
Yeah. Spending, if you don't want to
go stand on the elliptical for 15
spend 15 minutes on that. Yeah. Which is still valuable, by the way.
Agreed.
But yeah, like, you've kind of, I guess, like layered all of them in. So it's like, you know, setting times to move throughout the day, taking the stairs at work, like even just like having a 10-minute like movement, like walk after you eat.
Yep.
And then just like setting time for it, like you've kind of mentioned. So the last one is like just kind of setting your own like kind of little targets, like setting, you know, challenges, I guess, for yourself, or if you've got a group of friends and stuff, like, was it like September? Like that's just a great example of like what could be done every month. Yeah. You know,
and that's just that gamify attitude again.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. So then I thought, like, you know, best ways to kind of track your steps. I've just got these in like tiers. How are we doing for time? I'm going to just turn that over. We'll try and wrap this up. Yeah. So best ways to track your steps. I've got tiers, obviously, like top tiers, like accurate, most expensive, you know, type, and all the way down. So you got your, like, your Garmin, your Whoop, your Fitbit, your Apple Watch. Like,
fitness
some
tracker.
form of wearable
Yep.
that's, I guess like a top tier, kind of brand. They're going to be the most accurate generally.
Mine even tracks on the pram now.
Yeah, which
Don't
is
have
wild.
to put it on my ankle.
Then you got mid-tier. So this obviously has it out for Samsung. So the Samsung Watch, Google Fit, and then like a basic Fitbit.
Yeah.
Which are like mid-tier, which is good enough, probably not as accurate, maybe a little bit cheaper and affordable. And then you've got like that low tier, which is like an app on your phone.
Yep.
There's an app called Pedometer that you can literally just put on your phone. It's pretty good. Like it's free. So if your phone's always with you, like just do that for now.
Yeah.
You can buy a a pedometer. I think they're like 10, $15. You can just like clip it to yourself and, just kind of have it when you move. So like, I understand there's like clipping it on and wearing it all day, but it's like $800 watch,
Yeah.
$20 pedometer. It's like, you get to decide there,
Yep.
like kind of what you pick. So yeah, like overall, like even if the tool's not that accurate, if you use the same tool, it's accurate enough.
That's what I was going to say with the phone. Like the phone seems to be 30 to 40% under what actuals in my experience, but it's consistent.
Yeah, so if you just like got someone to just use their phone for a week and just do day-to-day stuff, and nothing more.
Yeah.
Even if it said 6,000 steps and they were actually doing 9,000, it's like you're just like, cool, so do 7,000 steps now.
Yeah, or make sure it doesn't go backwards depending on the scenario.
It's no different to like the nutrition side of things. Like, how do we actually know how much calories we're having?
Yeah.
Like, we don't.
No two steaks are created the same.
Yeah,
right?
so you're just like, over time, like
consistency
and trends would suggest that we're going to make the most logical decision to either escalate or de-escalate things, right?
Yeah.
So then I just like the last thing to finish off on is like just common questions, I guess, that people have. So do the steps replace your cardio? They can. It depends on the context because like there's an amount of activity in a day that will improve your cardiovascular health, but it won't increase your like fitness or conditioning beyond a certain point.
Yeah.
So if you're after some form of like aerobic conditioning that is beyond what that amount of steps would do per day, then it's not going to replace that. And like we've kind of mentioned before, like actual prescribed cardio is a tool that's used for multiple things.
Yeah.
So there's added performance and benefits, and then obviously we've got the efficiency of burning an extremely large amount of energy in a short period of time, which can be valuable for some people.
Yeah. Yeah, I think when we had Louis on, he had a really good description. I want to make sure I get the order right.
Yeah, it was like walking's for like your heart.
Yeah, so low intensities for your heart, moderates for your lungs, and then top is like
for your muscles, I think,
for your muscle,
some shit like that. Yeah.
So that makes a lot of sense. So if you're looking for an athletic outcome, no, it definitely doesn't replace. And like overall, probably you want to train your lungs every now and then.
Yeah.
If you're a hobby builder and you go through periods where you are introducing cardio throughout the year, then you're probably ticking the box. But if you want to be a better athlete, like walking isn't going to cut it. That makes sense.
Do I need to do them all in one go? Obviously not. Added benefit of tracking your steps is you can just stack them throughout the day.
Yeah.
And make it fit your lifestyle, which I think is really, really handy.
Yeah.
And then last one, which I get asked often, is like, is doing the walking fasted better than doing it fed? I think when we spoke about even that epoch example to the normal energy expenditure component, it's like if you do the same amount of movement across the day, it doesn't matter when you eat or when you don't, because if your calories are tracked exactly the same, you still have to eat that same amount of food over a 24-hour period.
Yeah. If getting up, having a coffee, going for a walk feels good, do that.
Yeah. So
if getting up, having some food and a coffee and going for a walk feels good, do that.
Absolutely. So that's pretty much it. Like that's, kind of everything I felt like we needed to kind of unpack. Hopefully you guys now kind of get a good idea of just like what some of the benefits are, like where those landmarks lie for you, and maybe how to escalate them if you need to. Yeah, absolutely. All right. Cool. Well, if you're here for the first time and you liked what you saw or heard, hit that subscribe or follow button depending on what platform you're on. Go to the website if you are interested in taking your physique to the next level without giving up your whole life to do so. We're taking applications for online coaching right now. So jump on the website, submit an application, we'll jump on a call with me. I'll see if we're the right fit and put you with the right coach to help you build your best physique. And for everyone else, thank you guys for the support. Share the video if you feel like someone else would benefit from it, and we'll see you next time.